Welcome back to another edition of Practical Skillery. How do you know? Well, first off, changing a battery. How do you know when it's bad? You charge it up, that is, you jump start it, and you run it for a while, and you turn it off, and 20, 30, 50 minutes later, it's dead again. Chances are the battery's pooched, especially if it's old. So how do you go about changing it? I'm going to show you. First off, take a picture of your arrangement here, because some batteries have threaded posts and other yada. And then there'll be a little code there in a corner. 6, you see that 6 and group 65? That's what you need. Now this battery is prorated for 100 months. That means they take the cost of the battery and every month they subtract that value. You bring it in 99 months. You'll get under warranty, you'll get exactly fuck all back. So your mileage may vary, but those prorate guarantees, it's not the full value of the battery. It's prorated. $173. You gotta be kidding me. Scambodian Tire customer pickup indeed. That didn't even come with lube. That's like twice what the truck is worth. Some other customer's been here before. Just swing by and snag up the boneyard. Always pays to have a second kick at the cat. I prefer a never was to a has been. Interstate. A little bit worse for the iron, what with those Robertson screws in there. That's the actual right size too, 65. That'll be the cock for dolly. This has been running, that means it's been charging, that means there might be a gas buildup, hydrogen and oxygen with a spark go boom. So we let it sit for a little bit and then we remove the negative terminal. Why the negative terminal first? Because if you short out one of your tools on any of these metal parts, you don't get a code brown. You don't get the big spark and melted wrench and then have to throw your underwears away. The negative is the same potential voltage as all the metal parts. Normally they'd be all kinds of crusty salts, lead sulfide, antimony, lead oxide, all kinds of weird shit you want to scrape off. And then what they, however, had the prescience to put some grease on there. It doesn't matter if it's not dielectric grease because you're still making a connection. It's just to keep the oxygen out, keep it from corroding over much. Now you call your dear sweet better 3-quarters to hold your hernia on account of forgetting that hold down. Sometimes there's a bar across the top which you see, kind of self-evident. Sometimes it's hidden. Smoke them if you got them. Dielectric. Dielectric means insulating. So regular old grease, it's gonna be okay. Tappy tap tap. I got the hold down wedge tightened down so the battery's not going anywhere. Maybe premature, maybe leave that off and test the battery before you do that, but I'm a little forgetful sometimes. And then you tighten these clamps up, tighten the positive up, and give her a couple shakes until it stops dripping. If you give it a good grab and it moves, it's not tight enough. And also, you can tap these down. These posts are tapered. So if you tighten this down and you think you're gonna break something and it's still loose, you gotta open this up and tap it down more. Now connect up the negative. There ought to be a little spits and sparks in here. I kind of flashing up the confuser. I seem to have mislaid my electrician's hammer. I have a proper hammer here, however. Tap it, tap, tap. Just tap that down a titty bit, and then we'll tighten up the clamp. And all is not well until we test it. Important procedure to any job is the idiot check. We make sure no one's going to get hurt or killed, specifically any of my precious tools. I think we're okay. Now we just got to hit it and quit it. Make sure there's no smoke, nothing funny, nothing untoward's happening. Know the job well. Done? That is how you change a battery. Thanks for watching. Keep your dick in a vice. Now for this, I'd like to get some money back at the Casca with the Corvette 19. I chose that word properly. The murder of crows at the Casca. You stick your arm in there, you're likely